Hello, this is Webster from my therapy garden. We're pulling the dirt, help to take away the hurt. Today we're going to do a tour of the Hillside Garden. We're going to be touring the Hillside Garden, looking at all the azaleas, rhododendrons, and viburnums that are in bloom. So stay with me as we walk on the Hillside Garden, looking at the beautiful flowers. Let's go. Okay guys, so here we're looking at the Hillside Garden, and we'll just look from left and we'll just move over to the right. And we can see lots of blooms of azaleas. The bright orange ones, native azalea. And then we have small azalea, which are mainly encore azalea. This beauty that we have here is a flowering quince, which is actually in the rose family. And as we make our way over to the right, you can see the brightly color of the Japanese maple, a crimson queen that we have there. And this beauty is a viburnum, which is a arrowwood viburnum. And again, I'm so pleased with this arrowwood. The first 2 years that we have it planted, it didn't do anything. But last year and this year, it's been making me so very proud. Just covered in lace cap flowers. And we can see little flies and little wasps hovering about, collecting early nectar from this arrowwood viburnum. Now we have a prolific viburnum here. Beautiful white. And prolific viburnum have a mild fragrance. It has a mild fragrance. To the end of my garden, we have a holly, and I think it's American holly. I'm trying to get a topiary to form it into a topiary. So slowly I'll keep shaping it. And of course, our azalea, encore azalea, underneath this cherry tree. And again, this cherry tree didn't do anything in early spring. She really didn't flower for me. Just like one branch or two branches and a few flowers on it. But I'm still holding out hope that we'll get beautiful blooms in the coming years. So as I make my way up the right side of the Hillside Garden, I just pause here to show you this Veridis Japanese maple. Looking nice for spring. And of course, the star attraction is my Tallulah Sunrise. Tallulah Sunrise native azalea. And Tallulah Sunrise is very fragrant. They have a nice, pleasing fragrance to it. Tallulah Sunrise, native azalea. We'll just go over to the right a bit. We have more azaleas. This Japanese maple, summer gold, Japanese maple. Beautiful with the light tinge of pink around the almost yellow leaves. In the far right is a sangokaku. Sangokaku, Japanese maple. This double file viburnum, I didn't get any blooms last year, so hopefully this year I'll get some blooms. Fingers crossed. You know, as gardeners, the flower just don't bloom at our whims. You know, we have to be patient and wait for them. When they bloom, it makes us so happy. So that double file viburnum, I'm waiting for her to actually give me a showing. Like this Chinese snowball. This is a small Chinese snowball I have on the right. I have a bigger one on the left. And I always said, if you're an hydrangea lover and you can't wait to get flowers from an hydrangea in the summer, go ahead and plant a Chinese snowball. You'll get the same look of a mop-head hydrangea. And I'm looking now at my dogwood. This is the white flowering dogwood. Still have some pruning to do on my hydrangea here. My Japanese maple, germane gyration. Germane gyration. She's getting wider, but not much taller. It's okay with me as long as she's growing and thriving. Hebe, the guardian on top of the hill here. This is a Japanese white pine. My Japanese maple. Here, this is a Tamukiyama that I have on the hill. For some reason, the middle is kind of dying out. I'm just waiting, giving it a little more time before I prune the inside. I want to make sure that I only cut really dead wood out of it, because some of them have that white color, but then they have a few leaves on it. So I'll just give it another couple of days before I actually prune it. This is a solar flare, native azalea that just starting to bloom. Solar flare also have a mild fragrance to it. It's not as strong as Tallulah Sunrise, but she's just opening up. And my Japanese maple here is an Emperor 1. Emperor 1 Japanese maple. My camellia. It's an October Magic. Third year, still no flower, but she's surviving, so we'll keep her and try to encourage her to flower maybe next winter or so. I'll make our way all the way to the top. See some small azalea that I have flowering nicely. These small azaleas. This is another prolific viburnum. And some new hydrangeas that I have. So I'm hoping that this summer we'll have lots of hydrangea to match the azaleas that we have for spring here. Our flowering plum. And we'll make our way at the very top of the hill, pass by a small hydrangea, a Yoki geisho, variegated leaf hydrangea. We have a small Chinese fringe, Gracie graybeard. And I always nickname this pathway Azalea Way, because I have azalea on both sides on top of the hill here. But for some reason, we have lots of flower on the right and not so much on the left. That's all right. Maybe in summer we'll get the flower on the left and not so much on the right. We have radiance, rhododendron, beautiful azalea. I think this is autumn carnation. I think it is. And this is a radiance rhododendron. Beautiful pink to match the carnation azalea. We have a mahonia on top of the hill for the birds here. Lots of berries on there, some are ripe. Some endless summer hydrangea in the back, which I moved from the front garden, put it on top of the hill here, because I didn't want to keep cutting them in the front. So I put it on top of the hill so they can grow as big as they want. More panicle hydrangea. Have an oak leaf right there. And this beautiful pine tree. I think it's a Vanderwolf. It's a Vanderwolf. We come to the end of my property. This is a little oak leaf hydrangea. I think it's a ruby slippers. So when it flower, this one should be red. The first oak leaf is actually white. At the end of my property here, I put these two pine tree right there. All right, my Japanese maple, Shishigashira. Panicle hydrangea that we have here. This is strawberry sundae. I just planted this up here last year. I think it's like a silver dollar eucalyptus tree. It's kind of brown, but it's not dying. It's just from the winter. You can see it have lots of browning on it, but it will be okay. We're now in spring, going into summer. So again, should be good. Prolific viburnum. Beautiful on top of the hill. More azalea. This sugar maple hasn't started to put on leaves yet. You can see she's here just naked. But she'll be fine. She start to bud up, so she'll be leafing out pretty soon. have a red star juniper, which I got this last year also at Wilson's Brothers. Red star juniper. Very tiny, but hopefully with time it will get big and beautiful on top of the hill. My skyline spruce still surviving. I got this the skyline spruce was real tiny when I got it. I got it from a conifer kingdom. From conifer kingdom. You can see putting on lots of new growth. They are slow growers, so it will take a long time to get to 6 feet or above. But again, as a gardener, I have to be patient. Japanese black pine. This is a thunderhead. Thunderhead. Lots of candles. So it's continually growing. You can see lots of candles on it. More the Japanese maple, top of the hill. It's an Oridono Nishi. And some of my hydrangea still need to cut off the panicles of them. Okay, we're in the middle of the hill garden. It's the Hillside Garden. So a variegated leaf dogwood right here. And then a flowering dogwood, the pink flowering dogwood. Still a small tree, but I'm glad that it put on lots of flower this spring. Beautiful. Limelight hydrangea. And then we come to the main attraction here, my big Chinese snowball. Chinese snowball. And it is just covered in blooms. Just totally covered in blooms. You hardly can see any leaves. Beautiful. The only thing is that Chinese snowball have no fragrance. No fragrance. And they're sterile, so it doesn't produce any seed or anything like that. So we get this beautiful flowers, and then it will leaf up in summer. Winter, the leaves fall off, start setting buds again to give you a spring showing. Chinese snowball. Lots of panicle, hydrangea, and these are vanilla strawberry. Vanilla strawberry. This is a flare hydrangea and my smoke bush. I think this is Purple Prince, I think it's called, for my smoke tree here. And another Japanese maple, a sangokaku, which have some, I need to prune it up a bit. Still have some dead branches which I miss on this sangokaku here. It's a little lime hydrangea and a Seiryu Japanese maple. I love Seiryu. Fine leaf Japanese maple, but it's upright to give it that vase shape. Love it. One more look at the Chinese snowball here. And we make our way to the middle of the Hillside Garden. Then we'll go down. These used to be stairs. I use wood to make temporary stairs. All the wood are broken, so I think I'm just have to put the permanent in pretty soon. Make them concrete or stone. Another tamukiyama, Japanese maple, that we have over here to the right side. Azaleas, another native azalea. I think this is a solar flare. And I can just smell the Tallulah sunrise as I come down the hill. You know, there's a wind. You can see the Japanese maple dancing about. So there's a wind. The fragrance is almost intoxicating, to be honest. Almost. And okay, so we'll make our way down the left side of our Hillside Garden. Another prolific. And our hydrangea, that's another limelight hydrangea. My little pinky winky right here. And this Japanese maple is garnet. Beautiful Japanese maple. Okay, so that was a quick tour of the Hillside Garden, guys. Looking at the azaleas, rhododendron, and viburnum that are flowering at this time. So the garden is coming alive for spring. And of course, we also have flowering. We also have summer flowers. So there's always more. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Questions and comment, drop a line down below. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when new videos are posted. From my garden to yours, this is Webster for My Therapy Garden. We're playing the dirt. Help me to take away the hurt. It's goodbye for now, guys. We'll see you in the next video. God bless. Thank you so much for tuning in and for supporting us. Enjoy. Have a great day, guys. Bye for now. Bye-bye.